Hey you guys, what's up? I'm Christian, that's Corey, and we are Super Kami Guru 9000, and this is our review of the Naruto manga chapter 675. So, Corey, before we begin, this is obviously a wordy chapter, and if you know anything about us, it's not that we don't like wordy chapters, it's just usually has to match with the action level as well, and there wasn't that much action in this chapter. I think I was like, what the fuck am I doing, reading One Piece here? You know, like, just as soon as I opened it up this morning on my phone. That's like how I begin every Wednesday. I like immediately open up my phone and I go through the chapter, and then I was just like, damn, this is a lot of reading.
You know, it wasn't even just the wordiness of this week's chapter that sort of brought it down. There were some flashbacks that really weren't needed. There were some interesting parts about this chapter. We might be starting out a little negative this week, but there are some redeeming qualities this week, and it's mostly getting to learn a little bit more about Madara Uchiha and just reinforcing why he's such a horrible villain. Like,
total D-bag.
Like, we learned this huge revelation this week about how he manipulated all of the events behind Rin becoming the Three Tails Jinchuriki and having Kakashi kill her, and how he placed that weird sort of like eyeball curse seal
like two triangles thing right here. It looks like a kite with strings wrapped around your heart.
It looks exactly like a kite with strings with a little Sharingan or maybe Rinnegan eye in it. But what I really like most about this is how he approaches Obito when he's in the world, how he's basically just a hanging, like, torso, and he's still choking him out. And I love how he gets up right in his face and he's like, here's my little secret. I killed Mufasa. It's so freaking hilarious because it's not too shocking, you know?
It's totally in Madara's wheelhouse. Like, that's the thing. These are supposed to be revelations, but to me it was almost like, oh, of course he did. Of course he did. Like, it never surprised me when I was reading that this week.
And it all fell into place, too, especially when he was explaining a little bit more about the curse seals, because he's like, how did you remove that curse seal in the first place? And Obito's like, well, I had Kakashi use his Raikiri ability to cut through my body. If you remember that one chapter where he left literally like a hollow hole in his chest. And then this goes back to the scene with Rin, and I started thinking about it, and this was when everything fell into place like a freaking Tetris piece. You remember when Kakashi used his Raikiri ability, stabbed right through Rin, right?
Yeah.
Went right through her heart. She had the curse seal. It got rid of that curse seal. If you'll notice, Rin's reaction to Kakashi killing her, she's shocked, even though she just asked him to do it. She's completely shocked by this event, and this makes sense because now the curse seal is gone, it's been lifted, Kakashi looks like a murderer, Obito is now the Anakin Skywalker to Madara's Emperor Palpatine.
I love your Star Wars references, but it is true. Like, at the end of the day, Rin sold it 100% because she was under control, and then as soon as she got stabbed, she's like, wait, what's going on? And it makes sense. So, and then Obito showed off his new powers that he achieved with that moment, and Madara's like, yeah, this guy's hanging around, this guy's going to stick around here, and he's going to be the one that bring me back, and I'm going to put a curse seal on his heart so he can't become the Jinchuriki, but he figured all that out, because Obito's obviously a very intelligent character too. You know, he is a good guy, and but he's definitely really smart. But the other thing that we haven't talked about yet is Naruto's healing abilities, because wow, Kakashi like lost his eye, and that was like a big deal because that kind of defined that character. Sakura's over there healing him, and Naruto walks up and he's like, wait, let a relevant character do something, and then just bam, heals his eye and brings back his original eye, which is sort of interesting. And then they try to ask Naruto how he does it, and he's like, well, you know, I use this, and I use that, and then I did, and I don't know. And Sasuke's like about to turn around and slap him and say, "Pay attention, dude! We're fighting the most powerful character in the series."
He totally like Ninja MacGyvered that entire moment. It was so awesome. I don't want to say that Sakura is completely irrelevant. It is so easy, by the way,
easy joke
to make fun of Sakura at this point because you know we've seen characters who are able to destroy mountains with a single punch very easily, just like she can. You got Naruto, who's the new Ninja Jesus, healing people with his brand new healing abilities, and I'm not sure what to feel about this. I still think Sakura is relevant. I like the fact that she's back, because I wanted all three characters to be in the climax of the series with a fight. Exactly.
Yeah.
And the whole Team 7 thing, that leads into this other flashback where we literally go back to, like, chapter, 3 and 2 in episode 2 of the anime series, where Kakashi is remembering his younger students and what their original dreams were. You guys have seen this a million times. Naruto wants to become Hokage. Sakura wants to be in love with Sasuke. Sasuke wants to kill his brother. But we get to see the slight change in them as they've aged over the years. Naruto isn't Hokage, but he certainly surpassed them in power. Sakura is still really strong. Her feelings towards Sasuke, however, are a little different at this point. And Sasuke, what is up with that dude?
I don't think Sasuke even understands his motivations anymore, which is sort of a risky move. I'm going to be honest, because if you're writing a series and then all of a sudden you kind of like shift one of your main character's motivations, and maybe Kishimoto knows exactly what he's doing, but I almost am like, I think that character's motivations are kind of lost. He's just filling in the good guy role right now, but it doesn't really fit Sasuke in a sense because he's always been not just evil but dark and brooding in his character.
I will say it has been jarring ever since that one moment when Orochimaru was resurrected and he went and talked with the Hokages. That all just happened very suddenly, and it is still strange seeing Sasuke back after all of this time and seeing all this crazy stuff. Maybe that's the point. Maybe it's supposed to feel uncomfortable. Maybe they're going to grow into something even more powerful at this point. But the end of the chapter gives us a little bit of a tease. You get to see that weird little swirly portal is opening up, and either Obito or Madara is going to come through. It's probably going to be Madara. But
or that chick from Portal. She's just going to like jump in. So.
That would be a nice twist. Maybe to finally announce what Half-Life 3 is going to come out.
Yeah, that'll never be. But yeah, so the chapter ended strong. It makes us want to read next week, which what a weekly series is all about. But I only want to give this one a 7 out of 10. How do you feel about that score?
I agree. All the wordiness and
flashbacks.
Some of the flashbacks were unneeded. But there were some really important information this week. There was some pretty good artwork and just little moments. Like, I like the fact that Madara's weird invisible clone, you can't see it, but you can see the weird, like, curse seal pattern over its body. It's a lot of those little moments that make this week great. And, of course, just getting to learn about Madara being the manipulator behind all of these events.
And that is our review this week, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you could, please give the video a thumbs up. It's the best way to support us. Or subscribe to the channel. And if you like Facebook and Twitter, we're on there, and we post when all of our videos come out. So if you find yourself on Facebook more often than YouTube, just subscribe to us there and see our stuff there. And also, we have a PayPal account, so if you want to donate maybe like $2 a month, that would be awesome. That's kind of what we're asking. And if you don't want to, no pressure. It's all good. So until next time, Super Comic Guru 9000, out.